Hello and welcome back to Adaptation, the ultimate vlog for film and book lovers. It's the second weekend in February, so you know what that means. It's our monthly What Are We Reading video. Yay! Really, these videos are just kind of an excuse to let us read what we actually want to read, rather than feeling guilty about not reading what is being adapted to screen. Anyway, this list is actually a little bit skimpy because most of our hosts have actually been working our way through Winter's Tale by Mark Halperin in preparation for our podcast in a couple weeks, since the film is actually coming out this Friday. And not only is it a lengthy book, but it is complicated and, the only word I can really think of is, full and deep. There's a lot to sink your teeth into and a lot to try to understand. Don't let the trailer fool you about this. That makes it look way too simple. There is a love story between Peter Lake and Beverly Penn, but that's maybe 10% of the book. It's less romantic and realistic than it is mythical and mystical and even philosophical. It should make for an interesting podcast at the very least, so once we see what the movie makes of it, make sure to tune in a couple weeks to see what we have to say. Moving into our independent reading choices, which, after all, is the whole point of these themed vlogs, right? Nicole is currently reading Delirium by Lauren Oliver. It's a dystopian young adult novel that's the first in a trilogy. Sounds kind of familiar and not very descriptive, huh? 1 in a million right now. Anyway, this one takes place in a futuristic United States where love has been declared a dangerous disease, and the government forces every 18-year-old to undergo a procedure called the cure, in order to go on and live their happy, contented, loveless lives. Yay! But of course, our main character, Lena, meets an enigmatic boy. You can probably guess what happens from there. It always starts with a boy, doesn't it? Jen just finished reading S by J.J. Abrams. Yes, Star Trek's J.J. Abrams. Turns out he's a novelist. Who knew? The book was yet another recommendation from Andrew, one of our regular viewers and listeners, so thanks for that. She said it was a really good book. It's another of these really complex novels with intertwining plot lines. There's the central plot of the book within a book itself, which is called Ship of Theseus, and then there's the meet-cute of two people who are reading the book and then commenting in the margins to each other. Needless to say, this is actually one book where the Kindle edition or the electronic copy just won't do the job, so go ahead and actually pick it up. Read it, smell it, enjoy the book. As for me, I'm about to start reading The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. It's another futuristic book in which the main character, Paige, is a clairvoyant who works in the criminal underworld as a spy, stealing information from people's minds. But when she's arrested, she's thrown into an even more dangerous world and finds herself among a corrupt army of revolutionaries with abilities like hers. It's opposing forces and powers with a plot mix of dystopian and supernatural elements. I can't wait to get started. Oh, sorry, we're not done yet. Moving on. Finally, Kendall is currently reading In Darkness by Nick Lake. It's about a Haitian boy, Shorty, who is trapped in the ruins of a hospital in the aftermath of an earthquake. And while he's waiting in the darkness to be rescued, he feels another presence reaching out to him over 200 years of history. And the presence is that of Toussaint Louverture, who's a slave and revolutionary leader. And though their worlds might seem vastly different, the connections between them in the context of this book made this title the 2013 winner of the Prince Award. And on that note, I'm not actually sure that many other books could follow an award winner like that, so I think we're just going to leave that here for this week. Let us know what you think about our choices. Have you read them? Will you read them? Maybe we've added a couple titles to your list, we hope. Leave your comments below. Don't be shy. We really love to hear from you. Also, you can find links for our blog, Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook pages in the info section. Plus, as I've mentioned before, our podcast on iTunes is worth a listen. Thanks for tuning in to Adaptation. We hope to see you next week, and keep reading.